All right, let's pull back the curtain on something we see every single day. Professional photo retouching. It's that invisible art, you know? The secret sauce that turns the images we see everywhere, from shopping sites to magazine covers, into these flawless, absolutely perfect pictures.
I mean, you've probably thought about it, right? You see this stunning photo of a product or a portrait that just looks incredible, and you just know there's something more going on than just a good camera and some nice lighting. So what is that magic? What happens behind the scenes? Well, that's what we're going to dig into.
Okay, first things first, we've got to get our language straight. You hear the words editing and retouching thrown around all the time, and they might seem like the same thing. But in the pro world, nope, they are very, very different. It's definitely not just about slapping on a quick filter and calling it a day. So here's the best way to think about it. Photo editing is the big picture stuff. You're adjusting the brightness for the whole image, tweaking the overall color. But retouching, that's where you zoom way in. It's like digital surgery. You're going in with precision tools to fix tiny, specific flaws to create that super polished professional look. So what does this digital surgery actually look like? Well, the world of retouching is huge, and believe it or not, the price for different services tells you a whole lot about the skill and the time that goes into each job. This table breaks it all down so well. Look at e-commerce. It's often about removing the background on thousands of product shots. That takes serious technical skill and speed. But then you jump to a portrait, and it's all about attention to detail, making skin look perfect but still natural. And then, at the very top, you've got high-end fashion retouching. That's not just skill, that's pure artistic vision. You can see how the price goes up with the complexity. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does a retoucher actually do it? Let's step inside the digital darkroom, because the whole process usually breaks down into 3 main stages. So step 1 is all about cleaning. This is where they use tools like the healing brush to get rid of anything distracting. A tiny blemish, a speck of dust on a product, you name it. The goal is to make the surface look flawless but still real. Next up, they tackle color and light, using powerful tools to make the image pop and feel perfectly balanced. And the final touch? That's noise reduction and sharpening. This is what gives the photo that super crisp, high-quality finish that really makes the details sing. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that is an incredible amount of work. So who's paying for this level of perfection? And why is it such a massive, important industry? Well, the short answer is pretty much anyone trying to sell you something with a picture. The need for this is literally everywhere. For an online store, it could be as simple as removing a hanger to make a shirt look better. For a close-up product shot, it's about erasing a tiny scratch you'd never even notice in person. It's used to amp up the glamour in fashion, reshape a silhouette, or even add digital makeup. At the end of the day, it's all about creating the most attractive, most appealing image possible. And just listen to this from a real e-commerce business. For a company like Nicholson's, it's not just about quality, it's about speed. In the world of online shopping, you have to move fast. Getting those perfect images up on the site like yesterday is a huge competitive edge. And it's not just for big companies either. Check out this quote from a photographer. For creative pros like her, outsourcing this super technical, really time-consuming work is an absolute game changer. It frees them up to go out and do what they do best, which is actually taking more photos. It makes total sense. And make no mistake, this is a serious, established industry. The source we're looking at has been doing this for over 30 years, serving the biggest brands you can think of. We're talking Adidas, Nike, even Apple. When companies that big need their images to be absolutely perfect, this is who they call. That really tells you everything. So all of this brings us to one final, really interesting question. We've seen the incredible skill and artistry that goes into professional retouching. But as AI tools get better and better, able to remove things and smooth skin with just one click, what does that mean for the human expert? Is there still room for the artist's eye when an algorithm can do so much? It's definitely something to think about.